You can't put them up before I start introducing the show.
What's going on, guys? John Anthony, Chair Shot Sports, a Sport Corner affiliate, as always, powered by Zone Energy. Night of Champions in the books. I think we all can talk about that. We have some feelings, some things we want to talk about from the matches that we saw tonight, all the way up and down the card, from the opener, all of King of the Ring, all the way down to John Cena and CM Punk's last dance. Before we get into that, let me talk about this illustrious panel that's joining me this Saturday evening. First off, and we'll just start here. Jessie B from the Lowdown. I'm lucky to be her co-host every Wednesday, talking everything AEW. Jessie, how's it going?
Good. How are you guys doing tonight?
We're doing great. We're doing great. Michael from Kicking Out at 2. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing this evening?
Doing very well, except for that crap we just saw. But all right.
There we go.
Agreed.
Dr. Love, my boy from Aaron Loves Wrestling, and now officially personal trainer, my boy Aaron. Aaron, what's going on, man?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Living life, baby. Loving life.
Yes.
From the one half of the run-in, you can catch him in Sped Rock every
Big
Thursday.
Mike.
9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. My boy, Big Mike.
Yo, check it.
I had to listen to Punk do it. I don't want to listen to you do it, man.
Those bars last night, though. Those bars, though, from Punk. Let's go.
Until
All
he
right,
started tripping over himself.
It was some of them. At least he delivered the Kendrick and Drake one good. That one was good. I was like, okay, he got that one out the park. I liked it. Awesome. So I think I speak for a lot of people. I was at work watching this, so I had to keep my stuff to myself and just kind of be upset in private. Some of the things, the direction we went with a lot of stuff today might not agree with some people. Maybe you liked it, maybe you don't. Obviously, what happens tonight definitely impacts SummerSlam night 1 and 2. Saturday night main event. Maybe we'll see what happens. But the concept of this show is I want to talk about the matches themselves and kind of with the wins and the losses for these people, where do you see the rest of everything going as far as the program, creative, everything's going in for the end of 2025. So we'll start with Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, the King of the Ring men's final. Great match. Great match I thought we would be. It wasn't the barn burner I thought it would be between these two, but it was a great match. He told a great story in the ring. Randy kind of just arched my back the whole time, which sucks. Hopefully that wasn't legitimate. He gets a steel chair. He's going to take it over to Cody. It's obviously a ruse. The ref leaves. Turnbuckle's taken off. Randy hits the turnbuckle. Cody gets crossroads. 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes is your King of the Ring. I think a lot of us thought that might have been the Rhodes to get there. I did not. So obviously Cody going on to SummerSlam, challenging John Cena, gets the WWE Undisputed Championship title shot. That's awesome. My thought is this. This is now Randy's second year in a row taking on the King of the Ring final. We all know Randy doesn't have much left in the tank. There's more behind him than there is in front of him. Cody could have had other ways to get to this, to get to that title, to get to John Cena. We had another 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
So my answer to you is, my question, I should say, it's kind of 2 or 3 parted, but again, feel free to divulge and go crazy. I got nothing to do till 10 o'clock when the UFC comes on. Thanks, TKO. Are you cool with Cody getting this win? And this is the way he gets his shot to John Cena? And if it isn't, if it was to be Randy Orton, where would I go with that? Do you think it should have been Randy Orton or Cody Rhodes? And if you thought it was Cody, are you happy with it? Or do you think Cody had another avenue to get to John and had Randy win this and get that crown at King of the Ring? Aaron, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah, I think Randy should have won. I picked Cody to win because I just feel that's what they're going to go with their guy and facing John Cena. But there could have been another way. I mean, where are number one contender matches? Like, is that not a thing anymore? You know, we not have a number one contenders match. Maybe Cody versus CM Punk or Cody versus Drew McIntyre, even, something like that, to go to face John Cena. I thought this was a great match, great wrestling action between the two. They got great chemistry, and I love the emotions in the ring. I definitely love the RKO out of nowhere when Cody was going for the cutter. That was awesome.
That was good.
And yeah, Brandy selling his back rather makes you wonder if is it legitimate or is it all an act? Is he selling it? I mean, who's to say? I'm sure he feels some pain in that back. So, but I think I think Cody could have got another route, John Cena. You know he's going to go at it with John Cena. But at the end of the day, I honestly think Cody's not going to win at SummerSlam. John Cena's going to hold his belt to his last date, and that's when we might even see the Tribal Chief return and win the belt.
I like it. What's going on, Lady Alpha? See, this is the okay. I'm gonna bring Stampede up here, and Stampede, I'm not using you as like my soapbox right now, but this is all I'm hearing now. So now you're telling me we had Randy win this, we had Cody win this, for Randy to come out, interfere, and then this is the heel. The Cody heel turn is not happening in another month or two, guys. It's not happening for a while. 2026 is your market. I'm telling you, they're not doing this right now. It's not. And maybe
I think he's saying that Orton turns heel.
Comes up, Cody turns heel. Okay, my bad. But I just you just have Orton interfere. It's just Cody had other ways to get this. This is wild to me. I just don't understand. Like Randy again, 2 years in a row eating L's. It's just wild to me. I don't understand it. But Big Mike, what are your thoughts on the match?
So I actually agree with the decision. I've said from the beginning, I don't think that there's any way that John Cena takes this to December. I think SummerSlam is a good place for him to lose it, and I thought it would be Cody, which is why I picked Cody to win. So I kind of had it going this way in my thought. Sure, there are other ways he could have gotten there, but when you have Randy Orton and Cody in the final, both are on SmackDown. So regardless of who wins, is going to face off against the SmackDown champion, which obviously is John Cena. So I kind of figured it would go that way. Like I said, and you and I have talked about this. I know Mike and I have as well. I think there's zero chance that Cena takes this belt to December. I just don't. And this is a perfect way to kind of put a bookend on that story at SummerSlam. They had the match at WrestleMania. They'll have the match at SummerSlam, the two biggest shows of the year. Cody will get it back. He'll go off and do his own thing. Cena will go off and have some other matches. Hopefully, I think they will be more building matches, building some younger talent and stuff like that. I would love for him to see to turn face and go back and do like another open challenge kind of thing. And we get some younger talent, some NXT, because he's had the dream matches. We've had Randy Orton, we've had CM Punk, kind of the opposite day matches where now Cena's the heel and they're both faces, to where they were the heels, 10, 15, 20 years ago. But yeah, I think that this was the way they were going all the time, and I understand it. So I wasn't mad at it. I do think the end of the match was very abrupt, which will be a theme for my analysis tonight. There was a lot of that. Really good matches that just kind of ended very quickly to me.
Yeah. What happened?
I mean, one rib turnbuckle shot in a crossroads, and that was it. Kind of seemed quick. But yeah, I mean, as far as the decision and what's going forward, I think it makes sense.
Awesome.
All this feud is missing is Edge. Just one more match with Edge.
Who?
Yeah.
Edge.
Who?
Cope. Adam
I guess
Copeland.
he's
Adam guy.
with the fact that that's never going to happen.
Edge.
Yeah, right. Going with the fantasy booking, there probably is one more person I'd like to see him face off, and this person could actually probably interfere and cost him the title and kind of bring him back down to but it would still keep him as a heel. If Roman has something to do with costing Cena the match at SummerSlam, gives it back to Cody, that sets up the Roman Cody thing. Again, just Roman and John is definitely a match that would be nice to see as well down the road before the year is over as well. Non-title.
Or Seth Rollins cashes in at SummerSlam.
And there's also the Rollins effect as well. So it's a lot of stuff going on. But I think the Tribal Chief. If it's SummerSlam, it's Roman Reigns season. So obviously he starts filming a new film soon, but we'll see what happens. Michael, I'm kicking out at 2. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think it was the wrong call for who we had in the match. I personally think Randy should have won it, but I also think though that Cody and Jay, neither one should have even been in the tournament. They both just lost titles. Neither of them had rematches. Mm-hmm. They had ways they could got a rematch without going through this. Woods actually posted a wonderful Twitter rant where he said exactly that of obviously you needed this. You didn't have any other opportunity or any other way to get this match and give maybe this opportunity to some younger talent that might actually need it. Obviously he's not booking it, but having them in the match to me didn't make any sense anyway. Getting Randy his one last shot at John for the title seemed like it would be a good capper to that. And then I again, headcanon, sometimes we think better than what we're seeing, and then it hurts us in the long run because we think we thought of something better. I would have liked to have seen Cody turn heel with Randy having the title. And so he beats Cena, gets the title. Cody then comes after Randy. But yeah, no, I didn't like the finish.
That's not a bad thought process either as far as the path going there because Cody's so enraged that Randy beat him. I get that. That makes sense. Jesse B, what are your thoughts on the match?
I definitely think the wrong person won the match. I think it would have been more beneficial to see Randy versus Cena run it back at SummerSlam and do another match. Those two just have such good chemistry in the ring. It would have been nice to see them. I don't think anybody's, well, except for Cody stans, are very excited about Cody winning. I didn't see any real celebration on the timeline or anything like that after he won. It was more like, really, again, like we would much rather have seen Randy Orton go for the title than Cody again. I would have rather have seen Cody maybe towards the end of Cena's year that he had, not here. This is the wrong placement for it. If he's going to lose the belt, this is the wrong placement for it. SummerSlam was not the place. It should have been later in his tour.
So let me ask you. So you said, I know you said that, and I think Aaron might have alluded to it, but Mike had a good point. So obviously SummerSlam is probably the biggest one. Obviously, War Games Survivor Series is your last real big 2025 PLE. So if not SummerSlam, and we all know December 12th he's here at Saturday Night Main Event, and I mean that's kind of it. So I mean, if he's in a match, he's gonna lose. And because everyone's saying he's not, because Mike has said a lot of people are convinced he's not walking all the way out, right? So he's got to lose the belt, kind of. If not at SummerSlam, where would that?
Yeah, one of them's inside, one of them's outside.
Whoa!
That was
I don't know what happened at the end. I was like, whoa, okay. So if not SummerSlam, Survivor Series, because then all you really have is a Saturday Main Event, his last one here in Boston. I'm just playing devil's advocate. So if not SummerSlam, where would you suggest lose it? On a televised SmackDown? Somewhere, like, where else would we go with that? That's not such as grander as SummerSlam night 2.
Well, maybe Survivor Series even, because it's in November. It's towards the end. It's later in the year of his tour. I'm just not ready to see it be done. And I don't want him to lose to Cody.
Or because it's John. Okay.
I don't want him to lose to Cody.
Okay.
I honestly don't think he needs to lose it at a pay-per-view either. I think if I don't think he's going to hold the heel character, but to me, I think
we're going to talk about that too. Today definitely showed some of that.
Yeah.
There's
if he held the heel character and held this thought of like, I'm taking this home, I'm the last real world champion, get him to that last day, make it like a Raw, and say, that's my celebration. I'm showing up there to celebrate that I'm leaving with this belt. And then somehow a match happens. Give it to whoever. It doesn't matter who it is. But then you end it that last night when he's supposed to leave it.
Or Seth Rollins catches it.
Yeah, Seth Rollins, I'm telling you, man. I like it.
Until he loses that briefcase, he's. Yeah, I don't know. I think Cena would be the.
Always a threat. Always.
Or Seth Rollins. I just don't want to see. I want Cena honestly to lose it here soon, and we start seeing new faces with this belt.
I can agree with that.
I don't want it to go to Cody because we've seen it already. I would like it to be. We already seen it with Roman, but I think Roman would be the guy to win it off Cena. But maybe it's just because I'm not a big Cody fan.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't even mind Drew McIntyre winning, or maybe even LA Knight. One of those guys. They're hot. They got.
Give it to Killings.
I mean,
I'm driving now.
One of his 5 different personalities. Give it to one of them.
Hey.
Listen, little Jimmy could be the new holder, but I don't give a shit. Whoever holds it.
Ron Killings won title run before he retires.
I'll take. Let's book it, man.
Mr. Iguana.
The man's own. Stop it. Oh, okay. Listen, man. Come on. Oh, Juana the Iguana is going to be the new champion. It's going to be Juana.
She loves it. She's up
See
there.
that? Look at it. See? She knows. She knows.
She loves it. She's living up there with KO. So
I love it. Awesome. So then we move on to another very tumultuous on the IWC result. Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley in their Riot Boulevard street fight, if I heard that right, on my phone. This match was very, very pedestrian getting started. Finally, it gets going. Rox gets involved. Rox gets sent away. At the end of the day, Rhea wins with an avalanche riptide. I'm not even going the Rhea Hogan way here. I get it, and I think Mike, you were the one who put the comment up. It makes the Judgment Day look weak.
Mm-hmm.
But you have such an opportunity here to build up Rox. Just one person, forget Raquel, all of them. Rox could have been the reason this Raquel thing, get into the tag belt. There's so much meat on that bone. And then it's just, no, Raquel, boop, and then boop, Raquel, and then Rhea gets 1, 2, 3. It's like, why? Why? I don't really. Jesse B, I'll start with you. Your thoughts on Rhea walking out being the champion of the street?
I am not a fan of Raquel Rodriguez at all. So I was okay with the win by Rhea. Raquel just doesn't do it for me. She's very boring. I have a hard time getting into her character. I have a hard time getting into her matches. Her matches are very choppy. And I mean, this is coming from somebody who sits on their couch. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but as an outsider, I feel like it should flow better than it does. And her matches just don't flow, and it doesn't make me want to watch them.
All right.
So I was perfectly okay with Rhea taking the win here.
So because of Raquel Rodriguez being the opponent and losing, or storyline-wise, you're cool with Rhea getting that win and moving forward? So what next for Rhea Ripley? Does she take on Io?
Get the fuck away from goddamn Judgment Day. Get Rhea away from the Judgment Day. Any girl involved in the Judgment Day, get them the fuck away from Rhea. She needs to completely separate herself from the Judgment Day. So no more Raquel, no Roxanne. Get her with other women or move her to SmackDown.
I was going to say, you do that? Move her to Friday nights.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Stampy. Exactly. Yeah, this is exactly what it's just the Rox effect. I really thought that's where we were going to go with that. But like I said, what do I know? I just a podcaster. It's already booked out for till Mania 42 anyway. So, Big Mike, run in. What are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts on Rhea walking out with the belt? The win.
I agree with Mike, first off, that it does make the Judgment Day look kind of weak because you had two of them there. I don't mind Rhea winning because, like you mentioned, with the Liv injury, Io is going to need something to do, especially now that Asuka hasn't won that. She's going to need a match for SummerSlam. That's probably where Rhea could go. Not necessarily that I would want to see that again, but Io and Rhea put on good matches together. The match itself, I think this was Raquel's best match on the main roster. Her and Rhea have a lot of good chemistry together. They're obviously best friends behind the scenes. They kind of came up together. So I had no doubt. And to me, this was my match of the night because and that's not saying a ton because, there were no great matches on this show. I thought there were good matches. I didn't think there were any great matches on the show. But to me, this one was the match of the night. I enjoyed it. I thought the finish was creative, having the table up there at the top and doing, instead of the second rope riptide that she's done a few times, you actually get it from the top rope with the table. I thought that was very creative. Having the the cover for the table over in the ring bell area, then slamming her through that was different. I don't know that it was as impactful as they wanted it to be, although it looked kind of cool. But the match itself, I really liked. And like I said, it didn't really matter to me who won or lost, but it does make the Judgment Day look a little weak.
Awesome. I like it. Aaron, what are your thoughts?
But
sorry.
On one thing, though, does making the Judgment Day look weak perpetuate them breaking up? Is that part of the point of making them look weak? To perpetuate issues within inside?
Well, the
inside
comment
the Judgment Day.
That won't happen until Liv comes back, at least.
Personally, I would like for Judgment Day to break up. I would like Finn to go his way. I would like JD to go his way.
Mm-hmm.
Even I mean, I don't mind Liv and Raquel as a tag team right now, and Roxanne go her own way. But Judgment Day has kind of run its course. To me, it hasn't had the hype it has been since Edge was there, in my opinion. When Edge was there running the group, that's when the hype was there, in my opinion, to me.
Get
Because,
behind that. Yeah.
I don't know, he just brought, I guess, that star power to it. And Rhea brought it back when she started getting on top, basically. But I don't mind Rhea winning this match either. I'm a big Rhea fan. The whole Rhea Hogan talk to me is, I mean, everybody says that on people who want their wrestler to win other than the one that's winning.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I mean, you see it in every company that, well, mainly the top two companies. So, me personally, I would like. I don't mind her winning. I thought it was a great match. I agree with Mike. This was a great match. A lot of action. I knew Roxanne was going to get involved, but Rhea winning, I have no problem with it. And as far as SummerSlam goes, who knows? She might be back in the world title mix. We'll see.
All right. Good points. I like it. Michael, kicking out at 2. What are your thoughts, man? What did you think of the match?
I think my tweet said it all, which is like
Yeah.
I understand Rhea winning, but yeah, I mean it made them look weak. And I see where you're coming from, Jess, but to me, the breakup is happening with Liv and Dom. Like that's where it's all centered around, because those two are kind of trying to take the reins of Judgment Day. So if while Liv's gone and while Dom's gone, it's stronger than ever, then that builds it up for when Liv comes back. Of like, look, we don't need you guys. We're fine. So to me, having Roxy come out there and have her help Raquel win the match, then shows that they're a solid team. And then to me, that sets up Evolution, because now Rhea's mad. She wants a shot at those belts that they're going to end up giving to Roxy,
Mm-hmm.
and she's got to find a partner. Who does she find? Nikki Bella, because that's where we were headed with the whole Liv thing. I know, John. I know.
Blech.
But if we're
I
going to use her
cool
anyway,
if they hired my ex.
if you're going to find a way to get the crowd to cheer for, stick her with Rhea. But yeah, no,
And the crowd
Or
goes
let's not
wild.
and just have Rhea in a storyline match or a world title match.
But yeah, no, I didn't like the way it played out. I'm fine with her winning, but having Roxy come out there just it messed up the story to me.
Well, at least if Raquel won with Roxy, that would have. I'd be like, oh, okay, I see what that is. But then just that
Right.
still, yeah, Rhia's like,
I mean,
what?
besides tag team titles,
What?
I mean, that's all Judgment Day is winning. Except for Liv Morgan when she had her women's title, and then
Right,
Rhea
right.
before Liv Morgan. But they haven't had even an Intercontinental match, a world title match. I mean, I wouldn't mind Finn Balor winning a world title, for crying out loud.
Please,
He
God.
keeps losing as of late and being stuck in a group instead of being used for his full potential, especially as a heel
Mhm.
character or even as the demon. And winning a world title, or heck, I wouldn't even mind another Intercontinental title run. But I think it's time.
Well, you've got Dom. Dom's got the Intercontinental title with him right now.
Yeah, and that's probably coming. That's probably going to come at SummerSlam.
No,
But
he's
me, Finn
got
Balor-
No, he is the champion.
he's the champion right now. He's the
No, I
Intercontinental
mean-
champion right now.
I meant Finn Balor winning the Intercontinental title.
Okay,
Gotcha.
okay.
Yeah,
My bad,
I
my
got
bad.
yeah, not Dom.
We're all like, no, dude, he has the belt.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about.
I know
Finn
he's
Balor.
not.
Greatest
Yeah.
I
Intercontinental
would
champion
like
ever. We've
Finn
heard it.
Balor to win the world title. That's fine.
I got you.
Yeah. So I mean, Dom, he's the Intercontinental champion. He's brought. I mean, he's got some star power to him. Everybody loves and gets behind.
Sucks he's hurt right now. Shout out to Spedrock.
But I mean, I think even Dom would benefit separating from Judgment Day, in my opinion. I mean, the storylines are fun with him and Liv and Roxanne, the whole drama. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, it kind of runs its course with Rhea and Liv. We don't need to see that again.
No.
Mhm.
But if
No,
they're going
we're
to push him as this play a character, I guess.
Take that back.
Fighting over Dom again.
Again.
Like,
It's
okay,
like rinse
who's
and
next after
repeat. Insert a
Roxanne?
new diva that comes into the roster. Rinse and repeat. New diva on the roster.
yeah.
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah. Are we going to get every new woman that comes on the roster Shout out to Dom. or
Dom's
something.
throwing on the Riz and he's getting chicken tendies. I apologize.
Congratulations, you made it to the
Well, you getting
main
nuggets? Those are
roster.
Kendies.
You're pairing with Dom.
First of all, she gave him nuggies the first night. First of all, those were nuggies. Those were not tendies. That was a
Yeah.
full
And there was
thing
no
of-
ranch, no barbecue, no nothing.
Yeah, that's
Fry-ass
like the
nuggets.
real crime here. That's like Mercedes eating a well done steak. Anyway, but and another match we all talked about. I think me and Mike talked about a little bit. Sami Zayn, Karrion Kross. I know I talked about it on the prediction show as well. It's so sad to see Karrion Kross get this match when I don't think anyone thought that Sami Zayn was going to lose. He was not going to go there to lose that match.
Yeah.
Kross looked amazing as usual, man. Just oh my god,
Took
Just
9 back bumps, by the way. Just
he
saying.
did. I was gonna say, my man taking
counted all
bumps,
9.
baby, bumps. Even Ross Sap had a counter every time he'd go boop. He put another So my man taking bumps over in Saudi, baby. So put that shit to bed. Again, looks amazing, man. But at the end of the day,
Never.
and the ending is like, what? Like, but
Yeah.
anyway, Sami Zayn, man, Sami Zayn gets the win. I think we all knew that. If you didn't pick him, like I said, me and Matt Trigger got into it, and I'm like, listen, I want him to win. He's not going to win, but I want Karrion Kross to win. But obviously he didn't. Sami Zayn gets the win here. Obviously, your thoughts on Kross? Obviously taking an L. Obviously they're in Saudi. This isn't like in Pennsylvania. This isn't in Bangor, Maine. It's obviously they're going over there. Sami gets the feel good win. Comes out in the garb. Was Kross screwed here? Obviously he gets a great PLE match like a Haley's Comet every 80 something years, but takes an L unfortunately. So it's a bittersweet kind of thing. Big Mike from Running. I'll start with you. What are your thoughts?
Oh God, where to start?
That's why I started with you. I know it's going to be a minute. I knew it.
It won't be long. So I mean,
That's what she said.
look, I said Sammy was going to win. I thought in no way was Karrion Kross going to win this match. Unfortunately, obviously you see behind me, I'm a huge Karrion Kross fan. He's one of my 2 favorites between him and Kevin Owens right now. So the fact that he didn't get the win sucked a little bit, but it's the way Sammy won. Again, like I said, with the first match, it was kind of a very abrupt ending. You had Kross kind of talking to him in the corner, then one haluva kick, and then done. So that part didn't make any sense either, how it was just so out of the blue, quick, done. But it didn't progress the story anywhere. I even tweeted after the fact, I have no idea where Sammy or where Karrion goes after this, even with what happened in the main event angle. I have no idea where either one of them goes because it doesn't seem like the story is going to progress anymore because it didn't do anything to progress that story. It didn't do anything to turn Sammy heel, which is what every other Karrion Kross opponent has done for the past 3 years. So you don't get to progress that part of the story either. Not necessarily that I've wanted to see a Sami Zayn heel turn. We've talked about that as well. But this did nothing. It was just there. It was like, okay, you want Karrion Kross to get a match. Dom got hurt, so he can't have a match. We're going to throw this over here. Now, go play in the corner, kids, kind of thing. And it's just frustrating.
Here, this is just to appease you. We're not going to do anything with it. We're not going to make anything of it. We're just doing it to shut you up.
Pretty much. That's what it felt like because it progressed no storylines whatsoever.
What's going on, Ariel? Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate
What's up,
it.
Ariel? Thank you for coming in.
Sped is not here, unfortunately. Some other stuff going on, but you can catch him and Big Mike talking about everything Night of Champions. This is coming Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Aaron, what are your thoughts, man? Karrion Kross to eating L's over here in Saudi, man. Sammy walking out the winner. How'd you like the match?
Well, first off, finally, I guess I get my boy Karrion Kross on a PLE.
It like Thanos, though. What did it cost you?
This is true.
What did it cost you?
I agree with Mike on this one. Like, where is this going? Like, I can kind of see the story. Like, Sammy has this heart of gold that Karrion can't turn, maybe. But if that's the case, then it needs to end right now. Like, okay, we get it. But if it's going to eventually turn Sammy heel, maybe at SummerSlam or something, then we can run it back. But I don't know. Like, I don't know if even Kross re-sign a contract. His contract's coming up soon, so he's probably hesitant on putting him in something major because what if he decides not to resign, which I don't think he will. He's talked about WWE is basically his home. and he loves it there. So I think honestly he's waiting for them to give him a contract, in my opinion. So
So once
I
the go ahead, go ahead.
if Cross isn't going to resign, then I hope to see him shine elsewhere. But if he does, then they need to push Karrion Cross. And I'm not talking world title. I mean, I would love to see a world title, but just in a developing story and a good storyline match to where it could lead him with the title. I would say Intercontinental title would be bad. I think he could win the world title, and he would carry that belt. But Intercontinental title, I wouldn't even mind that.
Yeah.
But who's to say if he resigns? I thought the match was good. I agree with Mike as well. The ending was kind of like one haluva kick. That's it. Like Karrion Cross is way bigger than Sammy, and he was dominating most of the match.
Like
And
wrecked him, bro. He was wiping the floor with him.
one haluva kick did it. Like maybe 2 or 3 haluva kicks, something like that. 4 or 5. I mean,
Yeah, for me, that's why I'm like, that's it.
but one,
That's
come
it.
on. Like
Well, come on.
Mhm.
he just made it made Karrion look weak, in my opinion. So
Well, even from a Sammy perspective, one haluva kick doesn't make sense because he's been giving you so much grief. Why would you not hit him again?
and he was
Even
dominating
from
most
Sammy
of the
And
perspective.
get the crowd going up,
Yeah.
like doing like in the corner, getting everyone
Exactly.
behind him. Yeah.
Mhm.
And to go behind what you just said, so kind of what the two of you just said prior to that, it's so Aaron talking about them obviously him not having a contract. We don't know about that yet. Enter Stampede, and then obviously Mike was just talking about. So everyone, it was the back bumps. That's why he's not. He's not taking them. That's why he's not getting. Okay, that's crap. Oh, that's why he lost in Saudi. It's why he hasn't signed a contract. So it's just like until that comes out, everything's going to be an excuse and a reason because he hasn't quote unquote signed a contract. So.
Yeah.
That's all I see now. Now the bumps thing is gone. Now it's he sold to Sammy because they won't let him win because he's not signed. So I don't know, man. I just can't wait till they finally have it official. And if he has signed, he signed. If he's going, he's going to go. The greener pastures and have an amazing career over there.
they're not going to majorly push him until he locks in.
That's what. Yeah, it's like well, you in? Oh no, he's taking L's. That's
I
what
think he
everyone-
is. I think it's WWE. I think it's on soon WWE.
Yeah, I think if they offer him, I think he stays. I mean, he like Aaron has said, he has said in many interviews that he likes being there.
He loves it.
As soon as he left WWE, that was the goal to get back.
Mhm.
Everything has led to that. I mean, it's not like they're not letting him do other things. He's got the movie that he's acting in and producing and everything. He's got the book that's coming out in August. He's doing everything else that you would do in another promotion anyway. I don't think he goes anywhere as long as they offer him.
Let's hope they offer it to him. Speaking of other promotions, again, Karrion going somewhere. Jesse B, what are your thoughts as far as Karrion and Sammy? Sammy walking out of Saudi a winner.
So, despite the end of this match, this was my match of the night. This I thought was the best match that they had on the card tonight. The ending was stupid. Like everybody has said, one haluva kick, and that's all it takes to beat Karrion Cross after Karrion Cross had been just dominating Sami Zayn the entire freaking time. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But I think that could be some of it is that Karrion they haven't offered him anything. He hasn't signed yet, so they weren't going to give him the win. But at the same time, they also always give Sami Zayn the win when they're over there in the Middle East. Sami Zayn always tends to go over there because it's the feel-good win. Like you said, John, he came out in the garb, and they were going to just give it to Sami Zayn.
Yeah, that's why I told you too. It's not even like he wasn't losing over there. He just wasn't.
He never does.
Well, that's almost the tip of the cap to Saudi. It's like, oh, okay, here you go. Your homeboy won here. Let's go. Yeah. Awesome. Mike from Kicking Out. Some thoughts on the match?
What kind of monkey paw wish was this? Because we wanted Cross to have a match.
And what did it cost?
He got a match. Sammy now is fighting the third version of the Bloodline at the end of the night. We can call it whatever they want, but it's another group.
Oh, jeez, no.
I mean, that's what they're sticking him in a group to fight another group now. They're doing the same damn thing with him winning that match.
Yeah.
But my issue is to win this, Cross did not have to win the match. I'm fine with Sammy winning. But even if, like Aaron's point, even if it's heart of gold, he couldn't turn it. Sammy talking smack back, hitting a few more haluvas,
Mhm.
something to show some fire. That no, you're not going to turn me. I'm the golden child. I'm doing this. Something, but just he's jaw jacking him in the corner, and then bam, one kick, we're done.
Yeah.
It does nothing for the story that we've been building up this entire time. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's why I was like, it sucks to see it, but I think we all kind of knew what was going to happen. Solo Jacob Fatu, United States Championship on the men's side. Hell of a match, man. Awesome stuff. Obviously, anytime Jacob gets in there, amazing at what he does. Solo looked great too, man. We got some returns. We got Tonga. And then well, the man who won't be named, we don't know. They just talked about him as, you know who that is, right? He's 6 feet tall. Oh my God, Cole. Hikuleo makes his debut overseas, over Night of Champions. Obviously, like you just said, it's now looking like it's like this whole new bloodline thing going on. And I'm like, this is what we didn't want to see. How far are we going to keep running this back and just giving Solo all these people, man? Again, just that's one part of the match. I'm not mad about Solo winning the belt. My thought process was if he does win now, Jacob has to fight his way through like to the final boss. Boop, 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 boop. Maybe Roman comes back, helps him out. We'll see what happens. Some kind of tag match. Maybe, dare I say, maybe a War Games match. Again. So, and another one. So Solo walking away, like I said, I'm not mad about. I'm not upset about it because Solo. I think I talked about in the prediction show. I like Solo really. The comedic part of him and the sarcastic side of him is really coming out. His facial expressions are awesome. I love Solo like this. What he's doing, and now, but again, it's like going back to the Tribal Chief stuff. I'm waiting for him to what was like back to the gloves and just. I'm all done with the bloodline. So Solo winning, cool. Bloodline, not cool. What are your guys' thoughts? Aaron, I'll start with you.
Well, this to me was my match tonight. It was fun. I honestly love how Solo's character has progressed and I guess become more than what it was than just standing there. Just he's getting more of a personality, mocking people, things like that. He mocked Penta's little strut dance at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
And then he was mocking Jacob Fatu's little dance and
Yep.
all gas, no brakes. So I like this Solo Sokoa. It's starting to get me to like him more because he's becoming this kind of more of himself, I guess. And I was hoping my boy Jacob would retain, but it didn't happen. But I was excited to see Hikuleo debut, which he's going by some other name now because WWE can't just stick with a name.
No, you just can't leave it. Can't leave it
It's
alone.
got to be theirs.
Gotta be
Theirs
it.
or nothing. That's what it's got to be. Except as AJ Styles. AJ Styles can be AJ Styles and go anywhere with it. But
I mean, he's got it tattooed on him. It's kind of hard to hide that.
That's
true. But I love this. I love the match. I love the chemistry they got in the ring. I love the story that developed in the ring, and we'll see where it goes. It looks like another bloodline direction. I don't know if anybody saw it, but Zilla Fatu tweeted a little phone emoji after the match.
Here we go. Yep.
So,
Make the call.
Are we gonna get Zilla? Which he'll go by another
Who?
name, obviously.
Who?
Zilla Fatu. If you haven't watched his matches, go.
Tonga. Wait, what?
Go.
I mean, Jimmy Fatu. No,
T
can't do
squared.
that.
T squared.
If you haven't
Well,
seen Zilla
seeing
Fatu,
where Zilla's coming from, he may actually get to keep his name, just like Jacob got to keep his name coming
Yeah,
from where
that
he's
is
coming
true.
I
from.
hope so.
So
That
I
is
really
true,
do.
yeah.
he's not coming from another major promotion like New Japan or AEW. So he may actually get to keep it like Jacob did.
This is true. I hope so. I really do.
They're talking
Because-
about that over Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, your cute little name you got over there. Whatever. Dude. That's the mashed potatoes, bro.
So
Hey,
we'll see
Tonga,
if
shut
Jacob
up,
makes
man.
that phone call
Get you a
or
list of 5 names.
Oh.
Ready?
if he makes the phone call towards Roman. Who knows? Or Roman and Zilla. But I don't know if I want to see another bloodline warfare again. Like it was
Nah, man.
fun last year, but now, like even though with new wrestlers, I don't know. I don't know if I want to see Roman back in that kind of mix. I want to see him back in the mix with Cena or Cody Rhodes, even maybe even Gunther. Going win the world title.
Mm-hmm.
I think the gold strap will look good on Roman. But
If they waste,
well, I mean, he elevated and made prestige the WWE title. He can do so with that world title. So,
that is true. If they waste
but
one more War Games,
in the end,
bloodline
it was a fun
match.
match. I enjoyed it. My match tonight. Sucks my boy lost, but I love Solo's character development, and I'm ready to see where this goes.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was definitely a hell of a match, man. Anytime Jacob's in there, he doing hella stuff in there. I love it. Yeah, Jesse, your thoughts?
It was a great match. It wasn't the finish that I wanted. I wanted Jacob to retain just because I love Jacob Fatu. But it was a really good match. But yeah, the whole bloodline thing, if they're running that back again, it's like, why? We've already done this before twice. Why are we doing this a third time? Third time is not the charm. Let's not run it back.
It's gold.
Let's
Jerry,
just
gold.
not do this.
It's like the NWO.
It's not
style of
gold.
WCW.
It's not.
Just when you think they're dead. Oh no, there's
Right.
one left.
When they split it off into the wolf pack, and then they split it off into this.
Well,
Bloodline
that's
White
Jacob's way. Bloodline Wolfpack.
It's like, just
Listen,
don't
Wolfpack
do
Red.
it. It's silly, and dangerous.
Wolfpack Red was fire theme. First of all, okay, listen.
I did love NWO Wolfpack. Yeah.
Actually, was a pretty fire theme.
So who knows? Jacob's Bloodline Wolfpack or Tribal Werewolf Pack, whatever. Might.
You know they're gonna do something like that too. You know they're gonna go like the lone wolf pack. Just to like, stop it. Stop doing that. Don't make it obvious.
might be
You're
where
looking
it's
over
It
going.
there.
was a hell of a match, though.
Hell of a
Solo and
match.
them were not even going by Bloodline 2.0. So
I don't think there's ever a match where Jacob's involved. You don't say that was a hell of a match. Like that's really the first thing
Yeah.
you say in the match you win. That was a hell of a match, but
Yeah.
it was a hell of a match though. He had you there.
Yeah.
Big Mike, what are your thoughts, man?
I guess on cue, that was a hell of a match.
I lied.
And I'll tell you, I don't mind them putting another group together for one reason. One, I'm glad to see Talatonga, which is his name now. That's going to be the name of the new guy. You know, their brother, as Michael Cole would say.
Tama
Michael
sounds
Cole
too
like
close
stutters
to-
over himself.
He really, you know he's going to. Tell
Michael
Tama
Cole
Tamer.
couldn't even get it out.
No, he couldn't. He was struggling.
I think there's an interesting way to do it.
Barrett literally was looking over like, yo, really, bro? Like, you had one job tonight. Really, dude?
You had one job, dude.
They did officially announce it on the post show. They actually had a graphic that says his name was Talatonga, so it is official. It was on a graphic on the Night of Champions post show. But I think it would be an interesting story. One, if this gets the Usos back together, I don't want to see Roman necessarily in it. Let him kind of cook on the main event scene. Maybe he can go after a belt at SummerSlam night 2. You're welcome, John. I got you. If we can get the Usos back together as a tag team, which I have said I've wanted for a while now, let them come back together. One of the best tag teams in WWE history. And then you let Tama Tonga come back because it makes a very interesting thing. Everybody assumes Tama Tonga is going to go with the other two. But when you look at it, you have Solo on the opposite end of the Usos. You keep that one brother separate. And him and Jacob were tight before he got hurt. I think it's a very interesting dynamic where you can put those four that they have together now in JC, Talatonga, Tongaloa, and Solo against Jacob, the Usos, and Tama Tonga, and that makes a very good match. I don't want to see it go long term, but if they want to do a War Games, whatever, that's fine. Have that in there and then let them go do their own thing. But if it
There's
gets
not going to be a War Games this year. It's just Survivor Series.
No, it's War Games. It's in San Diego.
No,
they have the cage.
Oh,
already.
yeah.
Well, they were just calling it Survivor Series for a while, and they must have.
Yeah, no, they put the San Diego logo up and it has the cage underneath. Yeah, it's.
Okay.
Which
Yeah,
I would like to have a hybrid where they do both style matches. I would love to have a traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series match in there.
Yeah.
Paul, I got it. Let's do both. Let's have 2 nights. Stop it. Sorry.
One night's 4 games. The other night's the traditional.
But they
Okay.
could do it the traditional Survivor Series way and add in AAA and TNA and WWE.
Yeah, they could.
you really have 3 different brands now instead of just Raw, SmackDown, or NXT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you pick
I had an awesome
five from the best of WWE, TNA, AAA, triple threat, 5-man tag match.
This,
That'd be pretty
15-man
cool.
tag.
did everyone talk about this? Mike, kicking out. Did I get to you about this?
Not
Get
to
on it,
yet.
baby. Go get him.
All right. Everything y'all said. Now,
Hell of a match.
it was a banger of a match. So similar to what Mike said about a match earlier, I think this was Solo's best match on the main roster. And I think that's because he finally got to fight someone who is as solid as he is, meaning like stiff, because he's usually going in there with like the bigger names. And so him actually getting to go in there and hit blows with someone who can take it and give it, I think helped him out a lot. I did think Jacob was going to come over on it. I thought Hikuleo was going to go with him to even it up. But now I'm subscribed to what Big Mike was saying. I love the Usos back together, that whole thing. I'm good with that. Eventually we get a GOD reunion at the end of it and get that match because I'm with Isaiah. That's a match I want to see at some point. And hey, Tonga Loa didn't screw something up this time.
Yo,
He started. My God, it took him a minute to get in position.
Yeah, but he got it. He hit it.
Jacob told him, you just get in where you fit in. We good, Jimmy. Like, that's it. We good, big Jim. Like that right there. You're like, here we go.
Yep.
I was thinking of something watching Saudi, right? So these princes have disgusting amounts of money, right? And I have enough of a dichotomy of a panel here where I can just kind of throw this out. And I'm not going to say how I feel. I did come up with this. So I think you know how I feel about it. If the princes were smart and they doctored the whole thing down the middle, you can't tell me if you want to talk money. WWE.
Yeah.
Thank you. AEW. Something with those two in the same place in Saudi. No, like the booking, they can like it's together. It's literally just an exhibition for the both companies. Could you imagine the money? I'm serious. If Tony and Paul could put it away for one night, and the Saudi princes are like, "Oh, what do you want when you write on the check? We want both of you here against each other."
They'll hand him a blank check.
The ratings, the money. Oh my God! Like I'm like, man, could you imagine if Saudi actually pulled that off? I would love. You're talking, you guys. We'd be sitting here 18 hours a day for 6 days talking dream matches. There wouldn't be enough time for to see everything we want to see.
Mm-hmm.
That was just kind of an idea, man. I was like, I think as AEW fans and WWE fans, whether you like both, you're on the fence, whatever you like, that's a wet dream. If those are your two promotions, man, like I'm like, oh my God, can someone please make that happen? There's one thing TK and one thing that Paul Levesque and TKO talk. Apparently TKO needs the money. They write that check. They're like, you can't say Tony being like, all right, fuck it, one night, fine, that's it. Here's the question I want out of all that though. Do you think both sides, the fan base wise, you think both fan bases are going to get behind that? Jesse, I'll start with you.
I think
Jesse.
I think the
My bad.
fan base could. I don't think Paul and Tony would be able to put it aside.
For no amount of money.
I don't think Paul would do it.
So you think it would be a WWE thing?
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
Well, that's fine. I mean, the AEW had a problem with them being on their show anyway. So okay. Big Mike, I'll start with you. What are your thoughts on the fan base and them getting it done? If it were to happen,
I think leading up to the match, the fan base would love it. I think the show and after the show, the internet would explode. Because the second one company got a win over the other, they hate WWE, they hate AEW. I can't believe they did this BS. It's all about the corporate WWE bullshit. And WWE's a bad company. I mean, that's all it would be. It would be a complete IWC civil war, and Twitter would explode, and then we would all lose our platform to talk about it anyway. So I'm not here for that fact.
What's the character in Anchorman when he swears? That's exactly what the IWC would sound like.
Yes.
Oh my God! All right, Aaron,
first show match that the 50th person on the roster lost to the 50th person on the roster. It would Yeah.
Now, oh my God, Seth Rollins beat Orange Cassidy. How dare they? Fuck. Of course
First of
he beat
all,
Orange
first of
Cassidy.
all, I'd want to see Darby versus Seth. First of all,
No, I don't deserve
I
it. But
want
it wouldn't
Osprey
matter what you
versus
put it
Seth.
together. It would.
Osprey?
Osprey and
Seth?
Seth. It's got to be Osprey and Seth.
I don't think Seth. I don't think Seth can keep up with him, man. I don't know. What'd you say, Jesse?
Said Seth couldn't beat Will.
That's not.
Rough.
See, that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's not what we're talking about. We just want to talk about the match.
I'd have to agree with that one.
Aaron, your thoughts?
Honestly, if Paula Vick would agree, he'd put the NXT roster up. It wouldn't be the main roster. He'd put the NXT roster up there probably, and it'd be technically NXT versus AEW.
You guys really think?
That's what I think he would do.
You guys really think Tony Khan, without any issue, without any abandon, was okay? Come on. Don't tell me Tony's like, okay. Like, no, come on.
In my opinion, this would, like, Tony would run with this. I mean, he already does it without them getting involved with WWE.
Mm-hmm.
They're the best, taking shots at WWE.
Yep.
Imagine if they agreed to one show, how much he would amp that up on the storyline on their show. And then, and on his Twitter, my gosh. Justify WWE sucks.
No, there's no more Twitter. Will Ospreay would have the mic up.
Justify AEW is better than WWE chants going on. So I think Tony Khan would eat it up, soak in the money for sure, and he would argue a few of his guys winning over WWE for sure. There would just be WWE landslide. That's why I think if it were to happen, it would be the NXT because I don't think Triple H would care if any of them lost. So, but if you put Cody Rhodes or Roman Reigns up against like Kenny Omega, oh no, our guy's going over. That's what Paulo Vic's gonna say. So, but if you put
if you're gonna involve Cody, I need Cody and Kevin Owens taking on the Bucks. That's my that's my tag match, baby. That's my jam. Ooh,
I want my Usos in the Bucks.
Nah. Because that's that.
Could you imagine how many super kicks would be in that match if it was the Usos?
Party! Oh, no. I want Roman Reigns taking on Wardlow.
No, Braun Breaker versus Wardlow.
Nah, give me Moxley. Reigns and Moxley.
That writes this. Oh, you gotta have a triple threat. You just gotta do Seth Rollins with. Oh Jesus.
Triple threat or fatal 4-way: Moxley, Hangman, Reigns, and Rollins.
Oh, I like it. Tony Storm and Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Mercedes Moné and Bailey.
Yeah.
Charlotte. That would be an ego.
Charlotte and
Megan Bain.
Yep.
Oh.
They have the same outfits. Monroe versus.
Well, she already faced everybody in AEW.
Shit. Never mind. She ain't coming. Never mind. Keep her down there in NXT. She ain't coming for the ride. You stay in catering. Damn, man. Hurt Syndicate versus Lashley and Braun Breaker.
Ooh, yeah.
So we could sit here for another 4 hours and do this. This is fun.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Party versus
$1 million question. $1 million. Ooh, I like that. $1 million question. He makes his return to this pay-per-view. Who does Ricochet get? Who does Ricochet get from WWE? Who are they putting
took him out, right?
No, Braun's already locked in. Braun's already taken on.
But I'm just saying, like, if Ricochet's going to be part of it, he's got to be the dude against
I
the
got
dude
one.
out.
Javon Evans. They called each other out on Twitter.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, that's good.
Maybe Ray Phoenix or somebody like that.
And that young man is bouncy. Because I can't stand the other way.
He is. Listen, Javon Evans is amazing what that man does in the
John Cena versus Kenny Omega.
Oh
God! Could you imagine
oh my God!
John Cena won that match.
Could
you imagine what would happen?
Twitter would break. You guys think it was rough before? No, Twitter would break. You go to did it and like nothing would be there. It would just be broken.
Swerve versus Trick Williams.
Oh,
gotta
No,
give me Omega
don't do
Woods.
Swerve like that.
Just saying.
No.
I don't want to see. I wouldn't want to see Swerve against Trick. No.
so
Oh, come on. That would
who
be
does
a
Swerve
great
get then?
match.
Who does Swerve get?
Randy Orton.
Ooh.
I wouldn't.
Randy. I don't know. Randy.
Mind games.
Jacob,
Randy and Swerve.
Swerve and Jacob.
I think.
Oh.
Oh
no,
shit!
you got to have Randy and Hangman because they both burned down someone's house.
Oh shit!
No.
Yo.
You have Logan Paul and Hangman, the battle of the
You can see the
buckshot.
promo now.
Oh,
Don't
God.
push me, Randy. I'd burnt down houses.
Logan.
The-
No,
the-
Logan Paul and Hangman. Who can do the buckshot better?
Oh.
They're just both gonna.
Collide.
Well, that was that, guys. Next match.
And like the back and forth punches, they'll do a buckshot, the other will roll out, and then do a buckshot and roll out, buckshot and roll out.
One then tries to do it.
Rock,
Same with the
Rox
secret chick
and,
party.
what's the young girl's name? Blue. Alex.
Sky Blue.
Sky Blue.
Sky Blue.
Blue and Roxanne Perez.
I mean,
Julia
you
Hart,
had
Alexa
Morgan
Bliss.
And then Julia Hart.
Oh,
Alexa
dude.
Alexa Bliss, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Damn,
James
this is
is
fun.
Sky Blue light, so it's too bad.
Yeah,
she's
we
already
could do this all night.
All night, baby. This is fun.
Rhea
We do a whole
Ripley.
show, just
Rhea Ripley versus
AEW
Camille.
versus WWE dream
Yeah.
matches.
Wait, Rhea Ripley versus who?
Chris Statlander.
Oh, Chris.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'd take that.
Who does Willow get?
Naya.
Nia.
Ooh. Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Tonight
All
would
right.
be
Tiffany Stratton.
Bianca.
Tiffany Stratton. Well,
I would've
Mariah May
said-
was in there.
I would have said Mariah May, but
Mariah May.
no, she's not there.
Whoops. Can't do that one.
she plays the Stone Cold role though and turns on WWE.
Oh,
Ooh.
And then goes
like
Blake Monroe.
and aligns with Megan Bain.
Oh, CEO versus Tiffy. Oh shit.
Ooh.
Listen, she's
Yeah.
not taking that belt. Get out of here. Get out of here with that shit. She's not taking that belt, damn
She's
it.
not getting another one, damn it.
God damn it.
Like
It's number
More
62.
belts.
Eat
More
a
belts.
mid-rare. Eat a
God damn
mid-rare
it, no
steak.
more.
Speaking of belts, and speaking of women, great segue. That was an awesome conversation, ladies and gents. Jade Cargill and Asuka, Queen of the Ring finals, going over to SummerSlam. This was night one, guys. Great. The match was great until it wasn't. This was, I think, one of Jade's better matches. Asuka looked good. The finish was a little why? That's okay. I think Asuka had more to do here. I think I talked about it on the prediction show. I don't know if it was any of you, but on another show, I think Asuka and Io made a lot of sense going into SummerSlam for me and bringing Asuka back. To have her go all this way just to lose to Jade. There's a way you could have taken Jade out of this with Naomi or Bianca comes out to cheer on, turns on, or whatever. And now apparently that's the thought for SummerSlam. But Jade Cargill gets the win here with barely getting a 1-2-3 on Asuka. Yeah, your guys' thoughts on the match? I mean, I think, like I said, I think Asuka kind of was the go here because of where you could have went with Io. Maybe I'm in the minority in that. It would have been a cool match at SummerSlam, and Jade, I think, could have got there another couple ways. But anyway, Jade wins. Your guys' thoughts? Big Mike from the run-in. What do you think?
See, I'm the opposite. I thought Jade would win because it just told the story that I think WWE wants to tell with Jade going to SummerSlam and then Naomi kind of pulling a Seth Rollins and maybe either turning that into a triple threat or stealing it at the end of the night.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that sets that up perfectly. Asuka doesn't necessarily need the win here. Asuka did make Jade look really good, much like I talked about on the Raw Rundown where Jade and Roxy had a really good match. This wasn't a bad match from Jade. I know the ending kind of got a little weird there, but I've talked about that. That was pretty much the theme of the night.
Yeah.
I've talked about it in multiple matches.
It was good. It was a good match.
The reversals, the all of that stuff that Jade was doing to get out of the different submission holds that she had, the different reversals from the knees, the kicks. It really showed that Jade is learning. I actually put out there, I think it was more of in the pin. And all of that is just more of a timing and pacing issue. I think, again, kind of the same way with the Karrion Kross match. If they would have let that finish build a little bit more instead of just, okay, now I hit it and it's done, I think it would have made more of an impact there. And obviously her over rotating there. Again, her shoulders didn't come up, so it didn't necessarily affect the pin. She just over rotated. I don't know if she hurt her leg because she was clutching at her leg after the bell. So that may have been part of it, because normally she does the whole lick her hand and all that.
Yeah.
This one, she repositioned her leg as she went to reach back. So I don't know if maybe she tweaked a knee or something somewhere else. So it may be more of a health issue as well towards the end of the match there. But I mean, I think this was one of Jade's best matches, if not the best. It's one of the definitely top 2 or 3 that she's had since she's been in WWE. And I mean, I didn't mind it at all.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. Definitely one of the top 3. This is the 3rd time she's done the lean back and mix. But again, I don't think it's also too from just her. If the talent's kind of got to be stiff, let her do her thing. If they don't know she's going to do that, they just kind of go limp and move their head. And she has nowhere to stand or like go back on. So she rolls back. It is the 3rd time it happened. Obviously not consecutive or anything like that, but it does happen. I think they need to be like, listen, just lay there. Let me do my thing. Okay. I need someone to lean back on. Don't move. But like I said, is like you said, I second that. Amazing match from her, and it can only get better as much as she's learning. It can only get better from here. So I think the SummerSlam match is going to be amazing when it does happen, and obviously we'll see. There's a lot of stuff to talk about when we get down that road. A lot of cool stuff to see, especially after Evolution as well. Aaron, your thoughts on Jade walking out, Queen of the Ring?
I liked it. I'm a big Jade fan. I like her. Liked her since AEW. And I liked it. I really hated that the match was that short. Like it was like 8 minutes. I really hated it was that short. Could have went a little bit longer, but I like it. Her getting her spotlight, and I honestly think it's either going to go 2 ways. She's going to face Tiffany at SummerSlam, win that title for like 2 seconds, and then Naomi cashes in and wins it off of her, or at Evolution, Naomi cashes in on Tiffany, wins it, and they'll set up Jade versus Naomi at SummerSlam. That's what I think.
I actually like that too.
Proceed with caution. Either way, it's good. I'll take it.
Either way, it's good.
Damn, I'll take a cash in at SummerSlam. Yeah.
I was just me and my buddy.
Okay, never get a triple threat that way.
Me and my buddy was just saying that triple threat at Mania could be Jade, Bianca, and Naomi for that WWE title.
The big thought now is there's a heel turn on the rise for Bianca. So you think she's going to be like, oh, Jade, boom, and then she turns. But again, just going after a couple hours after this is what I'm seeing. So awesome. Mike from Kicking Out, your thoughts on Jade and the match?
I thought the match was good. I agree with Big Mike. I think the story that I knew was going to happen was we're going to lead to her and Naomi and that whole thing. I do have a question for Jess, because I was watching this with one of my daughters, and my daughter's biggest issue with this match was that Jade was trying to wrestle with like 2-inch long nails. How would you feel trying to wrestle that way? Just as a female?
I don't think I could wrestle that way. That's a lot of length on your nails.
Yeah. I was like, maybe she go pop them off like back in the old days, just pop them off, take the earrings out, and then get into it. No, she'd left them on the entire match. I do think it was one of Jade's best matches, and I've seen nothing but discourse on that pin at the end, and people have been really stressing about pins lately, and I don't know what the big deal is.
Yeah, I mean, as long as her shoulders stay down, I don't know why people are saying it's that big of a deal. I mean, it didn't show her shoulders coming back up, so it's not like it kills the win. But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it's not that one ref that literally put the person's shoulder on the mat for them. It's not that.
Yeah, Jess on Monday. Yeah, I saw that too.
I mean, wrestlers mess up. They're human, and people who make a big deal about it. I mean, they can shush it. I mean, they can shush because they're humans.
It goes back to the old statement. So they always say like referee's decision's final. So like the ref didn't see it if it popped up or whatever.
Yep.
Like it's fine. They didn't see it.
Think of Randy last year. His shoulder was clearly off the mat. But
don't get me started about that shit.
But even if she didn't win Queen of the Ring, Jade Cargill won ring gear of the night because her ring gear was amazing.
Fire.
The Storm ring gear, oh, hell yeah. So awesome.
Everything.
Speaking of gear real quick, I said this question on Twitter, and I'm just curious. Scarlett had a sheer section over the cleavage.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
It's very
My
okay.
mom even said
Well, I mean,
something.
it's amazing.
I mean,
There,
so-
though.
Oh, okay. There's nothing wrong at all with that shit. He do more of that.
I'm just saying, I think we're going to see more of that if they got away with
Yeah.
that. Because
Yeah.
Well, she got away with that.
I
now,
like
to say
it.
they will allow her back next year. Or next
Yeah,
year.
because my mom was like, shouldn't she be covered up too, like everybody else?
It was in the midsection. It's okay.
it was, that was
Yeah, man.
That was my wife's point. She said, "Wait, is Scarlett showing cleavage?" And I'm like, "Maybe."
I
didn't see
when
it.
the light came back up because I was just like, it was dark, and I was like, maybe it's just the outline, maybe it's just
Yeah.
how that. No, that's full on sheer over that, and I think parts of her legs. I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, well, I mean, if we could do that, then let's get
Yeah.
some different gear next year.
Let's work on that.
Again,
Do we have a
who's to
meeting about
say-
this? Can we talk about this at the next one?
Who's to
Right,
say
because
they
the
didn't
women's
do
gear-
it?
The women's gear just looks fucking uncomfortable in that weather. That vinyl ass.
You got
Well, it makes me think of Dustin Rhodes because he has said all the time that gold dust gear, he was like, I was melting in that stuff, and that's what it is. It's like wrist to wrist, neck to bottom.
Yeah, you have to.
Leather that
Only
they
the
got
hand-
on.
Only the hands and arms.
Pleather even.
I saw a picture on Twitter that said it's the women's Royal Rumble, and it's like the picture of all the Power Rangers, all like a bunch of Power Rangers
I
together.
was literally
Yeah.
just
Hilarious.
about to bring up the Royal Rumble. When
I love that.
the people that
That
watch
was
the
hilarious.
the women's that watch that Royal Rumble, when the people that watch it, they're gonna be like, "This sucks." Like, yeah, get ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, have fun with that. Yeah. Jesus. They'll
Mhm.
start them all in the ring and hit the bell. Just go. Like,
Right.
just get them
Why
out.
was this Rumble only 20 minutes? Because we just put everybody in it. Just
Because nobody was watching it. Ah, that sucks. Awesome. All right. Well, guys, main event, man. John Cena, CM Punk. I got so much shit written down here, but obviously, at the end of the day, I think we all knew Punk was not. There was a couple times, and I was like, man, Punk might win this. Could you imagine the meltdown if Punk were to walk out of there in Saudi with that belt?
Oh yeah.
It's like, yo, with all the interference, I'm like, oh, wait, that does make sense. No way, man. Obviously, we saw the kinks in the heel armor, if you will, of John Cena, giving the five knuckle shuffle, not using the belt at the will of the audience. Obviously, again, doing the handshake, giving the hug to Punk, but still getting his, again, meme face from The Rock, going to take it out on CM Punk, but to no avail. Awesome match. I think it was great. I know a lot of other people say what you want to say about it. Before we talk about Cena winning this and that, do you think that Punk and Cena did their last hurrah, their last dance? Do you think they did it justice, and you think it was a good way for both of them to go out? Mike, from Kicking Out, I'll start with you.
I think so. We can quibble on what we consider match of the night and why.
Mhm.
This to me was kind of like that. This is what I watch wrestling for: is that story over the substance of the match.
Dripping in
Yeah,
story.
and this had so much story in it. It was so much built up. Little quibble I would have changed is why didn't we get the blow a kiss from Cena? Like, because to be that to
When he
cap
looked
off
at the camera and said, "You stay on and wait," I thought for sure he was
Right.
going to drop it and give it. I
yeah,
was like,
just
"Come
a
on."
little, just that little nod. But I mean, yeah, he did this match right.
Yeah.
And to go a little bit before the match, Punk being smart and apologizing at the press conference
Yeah.
because people were booing the
Yeah.
shit out of him when he walked out. And then he was
Yep.
like, look, I'm sorry. I was in a bad place. That wasn't against you. That was about what was going on at the time. Completely turned around the crowd because now we had people cheering for him to win. So
Yeah, he was, man. It was a difficult time. A lot of stuff going on with WWE, and he was just
I
rough.
just need to apologize to Colt Cabana.
Hi, Cole Cabana.
That's
Yeah.
not go too far.
Because he lives in his mom's basement. Don't, Paul. No, Phil, shut up. Phil, shut up. The most uncomfortable man in America, Tony Khan. Speaking of AEW, Aaron, what are your thoughts, man? Do you think it was done the right way as a final dance for these two to go out the last time they're going to face each other?
Yeah, I thought the match was good. Yeah, per se, on the CM Punk thing with he apologized. A lot of fans again, he admitted it was wrong. He was in the wrong state of mind, and who knows what was going on between him and the Miz or even WWE at that point.
Yeah.
So, of course, there's some times where he can think before he speaks and say stuff, and and puts his foot in his mouth. But at the end of the day, he's human, just like all of us. We've all said things we regretted and we shouldn't have said. Some we apologize for, some we haven't.
I
but
do.
We're
Sorry.
we're human, so that's my comment on Punk. But the match, I'm glad it was a fun match, and with the wrestling, how they were just kept locking up and all that stuff. And one thing I thought about today, these little subtle. This might be very, 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 very far stretched, but I'm gonna say this: these very little subtle of Cena, like snapping out of it and not doing the heel thing.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
What
about.
if-
Yep.
What if it's Cena coming too, and then he gets repossessed by The Rock because he sold his soul?
Oh, stop.
Just a thought. And that'd be very, very Undertaker-esque type storyline, but that's what they kind of did this thing to begin with. We haven't seen The Rock in a while.
Stay away, Dwayne.
Cena does the heel thing, but then there's times where he's like, especially after Backlash, that big basically meltdown that he had, and then these little subtle, face type, things he does when he's trying to do the heel thing. He doesn't do it. That might be where it's going. And then Rock finds a new soul. That's when Cody comes along, and this whole final boss soul taker thing might be his new thing.
That's gonna be DM Hunk. DM Hunk.
CM Punk.
No, DM Hunk. Drew McIntyre.
Oh, DM Hunk, Drew McIntyre. Yeah, Drew McIntyre. I mean, we haven't seen him in a minute, so I'm wondering when he's going to come back. But
Yeah, listen. I mean, it could be possession, or sometimes when you get hypnotized, just take something you have to hear. And Cena's like, you know what, man? Maybe I like the thing. Oh shit! Oh. Kicks right back into it.
Right?
There's a fantasy book that I saw out there of he's still stuck in the Firefly Funhouse. Mentally.
Shut up,
And I'm like,
Bro.
that's kind of cool.
Bro.
Uncle Howdy just walks out, just looking at him like,
no way! Long
That
term
would be pretty
storytelling. Holy shit!
That would be pretty cool.
I would love not to get on. I would love if this was going down like just him and Bray like that. Oh my god!
like, jeez. Oh, I'd give anything. Jeez, man.
That would be really
to
awesome.
run it back to the. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
if only, right? If only.
Awesome. So talking about CM Punk and AEW,
Jesse B, your thoughts on CM Punk and John Cena? The final dance. Your thoughts on the match? Last these two guys get graps with each other. You think the match was done right, and Cena walking out with the belt?
The match was done right until the end. All the interference was stupid. I didn't like that part. So other than that part, I liked it. I liked the Seth Rollins thing coming out. I liked the tease of the cash in, but I didn't like the 6 people coming out and interfering in the match. Bullshit. It's every fucking match now. It seems
Sammy's back again.
it seems like it's every championship match now. This is how it ends, with 6 different people getting involved before the match is even over. And it's like, just get a fucking good match, no interference, and let it run its course. But I thought it was a really good match.
see, and that's
Until it
why
wasn't.
it was.
That's the theme of the night, right, Mike? It was great. And then, why is that a thing?
The only interference I would have liked out of this was Seth Rollins. All the other stuff, it was
Can we-
just. It was a little
Obviously, it
too
was unsuccessful. It was that was probably the best cash-in entrance ever. Obviously, aside from running down, but just like sicking the dogs, calling the ref. I'm like, God, that is a nice cash, bro. Like just setting the field. It was awesome. I love what they're doing with Seth Rollins, man. I love
That
it.
ref took quite the fucking pounce from Cena.
Yo,
Charles
Robinson got rocked.
he got
Poor
talk about
Charles
working
went
stiff.
flying.
Holy shit! Like,
And they got to
He
stop
was
having that man
Thursdays,
run.
like,
days,
You
man.
were
that was
so
some
uncomfortable running now.
Pete Lee-esque pounce. Like, holy Adam Cole. Whee! Like that was some Who? Yeah, sorry, my bad. But yeah, no. But this is, and Jesse has a great point, and I know a lot of people dog on this man. The first thing he said, the first tweet after this was JD from New York, and said the same exact thing, and he gets trashed for it because it's JD from New York. But Jesse has just as good a point. It's like interference it's like missionary every single night. Like it's the same thing. It's like every time these matches, like it's getting a little redundant, a little bit much. Let it breathe, let things happen. And personally, I think, I mean, old school, like if Vinny was here, he'd agree. I know Mike will. And it's like, if this is the last dance, I get the cash in. I get it. Maybe wait till the bell rings and then have all this crap happen after the finish. But I would love to see the two of them just kind of end it. How are they going to, the two just end in the ring and that's it. But again, a lot of people are doing it because of the Cena run. You get this stuff going into it. But I would like to see the two end it kind of clean, 1-2, whatever. Ref comes up, whatever, gets moves get hit. And then you do the cash in the whole 1-2, whatever you want to do. But again, there was a lot of the interference in matches is getting to be a thing. I think it has to be with Cena having what he has. It's Money in the Bank season. So with that being said, yeah, it's a thing. Mike, I'm kicking out at 2. What do you think, man?
I think you already went to me for this. Or are we talking about the match?
The match. I'm sorry, the match now. Yeah, the match. What are your thoughts?
Sorry. I mean, yeah, it's doing the schmaz is kind of the thing now because it's, him and The Rock and all that stuff. And then Seth coming out and he's got his buddies by him. And I get that Penta has had some issues with Braun Breaker. I get that. I don't understand him coming out for this. I don't understand Sammy coming out for this.
That was wild.
Again, it's shoving Sammy back into another. Well, we need more people to fight this group that's there. Why not? So put him out there. He needs to go do his own thing. Go for the IC belt or something. I don't know. Get away from groups.
Let's say Karrion's joining the group next. He's the fourth man.
And like I said,
I expected that to happen for him to come out when Sammy came out. I half expected Karrion to come out and do something.
At least then it would have been something. Sorry.
And you're like, no, we're gonna get something from the
Now we're back.
No.
And yeah, please stop having Charles Robinson run. That man looks so uncomfortable.
He looks so old.
Yeah.
Are we not
because he is.
He's still got it.
What's the one what's the Mania he ran 15 miles? Was it what's the last one he did?
That was WrestleMania 24.
24. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that was
just goodness. Stop. It's a decline too, so it already looks awkward.
Oh,
he's gonna fall one of these days.
Oh, here he comes.
He's gonna pull,
eventually.
He's gonna pull a Titus and roll into the ring. Yeah.
And that WrestleMania 24 wreck was even longer.
That was a long ass ramp. 24 was long.
Fucking thing I
Good thing he was younger then.
He
Titus taking the fucking header under the ring was the funniest fucking thing I have ever seen in my life.
I don't think anything beats it because everyone thought because it's WWE. Oh, no, that was not planned, guys. That was not planned in the least.
The roller coaster of emotions that I had when that happened, because like the first is like, oh god, that just happened. Oh my god, is he okay? Oh shit, he's okay. That's funny.
Oh
as
shit,
hell.
that just happened.
That's funny as fuck.
I'm laughing my ass off, and I don't feel bad about it now. That's awesome.
My first thought was like, there's a beam right there.
That would suck if he hit head first on that apron.
Yeah.
That's. Oof.
We wouldn't be laughing.
Good they didn't have those LED boards on that side or nothing. Just
that would have sucked. Just. Uh-oh. So overall, good PLE. I think a lot. Mike did a great job. I think Mike, you go 3-2. I'm sorry, 4-2.
Yeah, I went 4-2.
Amazing, awesome job, man. Awesome job with picking the stuff. Yeah, I think it was a good PLE, man. But I think at the end of the day, like we were talking about a little bit, is the booking getting a little predictable? I mean, I know there's storylines they got to get where they got to get, but are we not even getting the twists and turns we used to get? And that's what I want to talk about before we get out of here and kind of just go around. Is it getting to a point where, and Mike, Big Mike, you and me have talked about this when we do we used to do prediction shows all the time when I could do stuff and I was off those days. Like when we can't predict it, it's when it's the best. But if everyone's starting to be like this, like Cody, once you saw Cody in there, how many people said Cody's king of the ring? You know, obviously Randy and Cody. Oh, Cody's going to win. And then the whole thing with Jade, good because of everything going. Is it getting too predictable is TKO and WWE creative itself, even Paul Levesque, get not using the end arounds, using the up and downs and the swerves and the curves like they used to, and just kind of being like, this is who we want. You know who this is who we want. This is the match we're going to get to. Maybe not the outcome, but this is who we're going to get. Are you getting a little too predictable in their booking right now in 2025? Aaron, I'll start with you.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I would say it's a little bit. In some ways, it's predictable. Some ways, it's not. Like, especially with the WWE title, we know it's going back on Cody. If it doesn't, that would be shocking. We know it's going to go back on Cody at SummerSlam. Maybe even Seth cashes in and takes the belt away.
I do.
But in some ways, it's not. We know Gunther is going to retain the title at Saturday Night Main Event. If Goldberg wins,
no way,
just to vacate the title, then that would,
no way.
That would piss me off.
Dude, Goldberg, dude, no way.
Goldberg if that's how it does, and they have this
no way, man. He's going out on his back. There's no way.
I would now if they did it for even if they did it for Goldberg to win, to Seth Rollins to cash in and win the belt, it'd still be stupid. And it'd be a pointless cash.
I gotta take a week off. No way, man. Oh, no.
I'm just saying, like the whole Gunther Goldberg should have just been without a match.
Nope.
And the fact it took Goldberg 8 months to come out and be like, yeah, you disrespect me from my home crowd. Like,
what nobody even remembers that.
Like, you just realized that
you just remembered? Like,
it's like they were at dinner and his wife was like, hey, Pastor, remember that time Gunther said that shit about. Oh,
did
yeah, that's right.
Just
you did say that, didn't you?
You know what? I think I'm going wrong. Call him out.
I'm going to Raw. They're going to be down there.
His latest concussion must have worn off, and he finally realized what was said.
Hey, we don't joke about CT. So, hey, come on.
We'll see if he can cuss himself before the match this time or not.
I just want to
after the Gunther Goldberg match, where do we go? Like, are we going to run it back with Jay?
No.
No.
I don't think he should have lost. But now, I don't think he should run it back. We should go somebody else.
I think Gunther. How long we got? We got. The problem with Gunther, maybe I'm wrong. I think it's like they don't. And I think they had it with Nia for a little bit, and they had it with Charlotte, and they have it with Charlotte because look what she's doing. These little backstage, like little interview segments. Like, what do we do? I don't know. I don't think they know what to do with Gunther when he's not a champion.
They don't even put the belt on him.
He's not an IC champion, and there was. What do we do with him? Like,
he had an awesome IC title run.
How do we book him? I think that might be the problem with Gunther, but
they don't even put the title on him. Why are you going to put your top title on when you're not even know where you're going to go with it? Like, where are we going to go at SummerSlam? Who's he going to face at SummerSlam? Now, if he gets unpredictable to where, someone comes back from injury, Drew McIntyre or Sheamus even, that'd be cool. But I don't think it's going to go that route.
World Heavyweight Championships night 1, so I don't care.
So, but we'll see. It's Saturday Night Main Event. I won't be watching it. I'll be watching the other show. I'll in Texas.
Me too.
So. Listen, you can say the show name on here. It's okay. We're
AEW. All
but it's funny you bring up AEW because they're booking
Texas.
Aaron's just pumped because he's going. Okay, listen.
No, I honestly am more hyped for the Hangman and Moxley match than I am.
See, I'm not because I think it's
like
no. I'm not. I'm not comparing the match to anything else. I know how I think I know how that match is going to end, man. It's
Moxley's
not going to be
winning. It's Hangman.
Nah, man. I don't know about. Winning. We're going to talk about that all the prediction show, man. Dude, I'm telling you. You're gonna walk out. You're gonna walk out very upset. I know you're a Hangman guy too. I'm not saying that because of that. I feel for you. I feel for you, man. I'm like, dude, he's not. Anyway.
You got to put the belt on him now. He is the hottest guy. Everyone's behind him.
I agree with you 1,000,000%. I agree with you 1,000,000%. Just like LA Knight and other people when Roman was hot, and then they're like, hey, there's this unified belt you could have though. But I don't want that belt. I want that belt. That's just what you get. Okay, I'll take the belt. Damn. But we'll talk about all that. We'll go to all in. We'll talk about all that. But that's what I was going to say. AEW's booking too has been a little stagnant as well, to be honest. And again, it's just like we knew the Omega Kenny thing. We knew about this 5 months ago when they were both champion and Kenny won this. So it's just I think it's predictable on both sides. Just like where I know they obviously want what they want. They're going to get there, and that's it's just like how. Let's do some other stuff. Maybe Omega loses it, goes to Chase, has to get it back to face. I think it's like that on both sides. But WWE is definitely the bigger culprit out of the two. But Big Mike from Running, what are your thoughts as far as creative, how things are now, and going into the rest of 2025?
I think certain aspects are predictable, but overall, I would say no. I mean, Aaron just said, with the Gunther situation, yeah, we know we've got Goldberg and Gunther, but nobody has a clue what's going to happen after that. You can't say it's predictable and then say we have no clue what's going to happen after that match. So I would say as a whole, it's not predictable. Yes, the world title or the WWE title has been fairly predictable because it's been Cody Rhodes and John Cena. And, just like you've mentioned with the AEW title, John Moxley's had it, and it's been fairly predictable up to this point, because nobody's really seen him losing that. In some aspects, wrestling is going to be predictable, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble. 99% of the people didn't know that was going to happen. Didn't think that was going to happen. It was a surprise.
It shocked me. I thought it was going to be Cena one last time.
Yeah, I mean,
not Tori.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people did. So there's some people that picked him to win, but there's going to be people that pick him to win all the time. So I mean, it's as a general overall, it was a very big surprise that he won. Yes, some aspects are predictable, but as a whole, I don't think it's all that predictable because hell, I went 4-2. Yeah, that was decent. The last one, I don't think I got a single one right.
I went 6-1. The only one I got wrong was the Jacob Fatu solo.
Okay. Oh, well, all right. Yo, there's a humble brag over here. Damn, bro. Damn. Nice brag, bro. Like, get out of here, man. Damn.
I could have went 7-0 if I picked solo, but I was like, no, Jacob going to retain.
You're about to mute you, bro. Get out of here. What are you doing? Herbert Raj, real quick. Herbert Raj, baby, in the house.
What's up, Herb?
Hey,
Herb. We just got finished with that show for the night.
Herb.
What up, Herb? I love you too,
Well,
man.
Royal Rumble night was ruined.
What am I saying? I love you for?
That's
Herb's only here to talk to Mike. It's not even me. I don't know. Thanks for stopping in, guys. Appreciate it. They're here to see Big Mike, and then when it's Jesse. Hi, Jesse. Oh, hey, John. What's going on? Yeah, hey, thanks, sir. I appreciate you. Speaking of Jesse, let's go to her. As far as predictability, as far as WWE creative, you're a good person to ask you. We talk about it usually every Wednesday when we talk about storylines and stuff. I'm not comparing the two. I don't want to get into that. But as far as WWE, it feels a little more predictive than what it used to be, and kind of things going into the rest of 2025 as we go to the end of the year.
It's definitely getting stagnant. It just seems like we're seeing the same shit, rinse and repeat over and over and over again. So that's the only thing that's been bugging me. I want some new life. Maybe it's time for another draft. Maybe it's time to shake things up. Get people in different places. But I definitely think it's a little boring.
Thank you, Randy.
Out here, Randy. But again, I'm not doing it with everybody because I know we kind of it's kind of our thing. But AEW's been a little stagnant too. I think it's wrestling in general too. A little bit like how many times we talk about the Death Rider shit? We're like, bro, like what's going on, bro? Oh my god,
that's hilarious.
Oh Jesus Christ!
What's up, Eric?
Oh man. We're ending this pretty quickly. Okay, great. This is awesome. You can get Jesse on Wednesday nights. Fuck that. I'm going to do my shit. All right.
Just making the rounds.
I mean, I was going to say, yeah, shit.
Well, he mentioned you too a little earlier, so.
Oh, I know. We skipped that one.
Well, I try not to put it on there when he mentions me a lot, but since you're in there too, I figured I'd put it up.
Also, shout out to Aaron as well. That's right. We're gonna keep kayfabe alive and act like you don't. It's okay. Mike from Kicking Out, bring me home, baby. What are your thoughts as far as WWE creative moving forward? And is little more stagnant than usual this time of year.
I like the word stagnant. I think that's more what it is. The thing is though, I agree with Big Mike on some things should be like we see it coming, and then we're not surprised, but we're given the gift of what we expected to happen. But to me, I hate when that's the main event. I hate when that's the main title. That to me should be the thing. Like at the end of the night, I'm like, oh my god, did you see what happened? Like, do that on the IC belts, do that on the US belts, but in both companies, it's been on this person that at the end of the night, you're like, I know that's not going off there. I know Ron Killens is not beating John Cena. As much as I loved that match, like I knew that wasn't happening. So
put some respect on his name, baby.
What's the point of watching this match really and being invested in it if I don't know that there's a chance he might come away with it? And so that's my only gripe about it. I wish it was more predictable. If it's going to be predictable in the mid card, than it is on the main card.
You can't tell me that main event wasn't surprising. Nobody expected Penta or Sammy to come out.
I was waiting for El Grande to come, but then I remembered he has a shoulder injury. I was like, oh shit, man, this sucks.
I would have been more surprised if Penta and his brother came out, because then we at least get to see him.
And Liv Morgan.
No, stop it! Don't, no, man. I saw that. I saw you talking about that on Thursday, man.
I'm just saying.
Don't bring it in here. Don't bring it in here.
Shoulder injuries and need shoulder surgery. I mean, I'm just putting two and two together.
No,
Americano both have to have shoulder surgery around the same time.
Oh my god!
I'm just saying, we still haven't seen Omos on the main roster.
I mean. Have you seen
Noah, and then like Americano comes up?
Omos versus Hikuleo. Book it.
I actually like that.
That's not a bad idea, actually. That's actually a really good idea, actually. Oh my god!
Something cool really fast.
All right. Anyway, no, this was awesome. I think it was a good PLE, obviously, for what it was, being at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Man, stop with this. Stop this shit, man. This is wild. Obviously, we got Evolution coming up, Great American Bash, Saturday Night Main Event, and an amazing AEW All-In PLE, a very, very big card coming up. We're going to be talking about all that stuff. You get all these folks with me on my show, but when they're not here talking wrestling with me and doing stuff on my channel. Let's find out where they are when they're not here. Big Mike from the run-in. Let's start with you.
You see it down there by my shoulder at _ Big Mike 27, pretty much on all socials, whether it's X, TikTok, Instagram. You can also look it up on YouTube, or you can check out the Run and Wrestling podcast on YouTube as well. Look up either one. You'll find us live every Thursday night, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern, over on YouTube. You can also catch us on Twitch, SP3DROCK over on Twitch. I am actually going to be playing some GM mode tomorrow on WWE 2K25 over there, so come check me out, hang out with me, and help me book the show, because you can ask Michael. He's been in the comments there. You guys give suggestions on matches and stuff like that. I'll definitely do that, and we'll see how your matches play out.
I got to know, though, who do you play as? Who's your
my GM, I'm Woods, obviously.
You're what? See, I'm always Stephanie, because I get the McMahon advantage card. That's what I do.
No, I love the Woods advantage. I love the Woods card. Did I get to steal one person from the other show? I love that one.
That is a good one. I do like that one. Anyway, sorry guys. Sticking to the, we'll go to geek it out.
If you know what we're talking about, come check me out on GM mode tomorrow night.
Then you'll find out what the Woods card is. Awesome. Sticking with the Mike Taylor, 2 mics. Mike from Kicking Out at 2. As always, a pleasure, man. Where can we find you on the socials?
We are Kicking Out at 2 on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Blue Sky. We even have a Discord. If you pop up on our channel at some point, it's always above my bald head. We do Tuesday shows. What you were going to say?
Can I rub it? Can I rub?
Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Central Time. We do our normal, just kind of regular talk about wrestling podcast on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We also do GM mode. We've been doing it first and longer. I love that they're into it.
Brought to you by Blue Chew.
I'm Liz, by the way, on mine. Like I loved her card and
really
went with it. Yeah, it's a really good card for hers too.
Wow.
But we've also been talking about maybe at some point podcast versus podcast, and then John got salty, so it's got to be podcast versus podcast versus podcast in my opinion. But that's just
I'm gonna kill all of you with William Regal. Don't fuck with me. I will bring Regal up in here. He'll dominate all you. Oh, listen. Okay.
But for me personally, though, it's horror wrestling. I got to make sure I pronounce that correctly.
Please,
And you can always
please.
catch my partner, Tori Henson76 on Twitter as well.
Absolutely. Great pair. Definitely catch both of them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Aaron, always a pleasure, man. AEW, WWE, whoever we're talking, it's always good time. Where can we find you on the socials, my man?
Well, on X, Twitter, whatever you call it, A_L_W podcast. That's what they gave me. But on the other socials, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, you can find me on all there. Aaron Loves Wrestling. Give me a follow there. I'm trying to grow on there, on all the other socials. I got a big following on X, but and a second largest following on TikTok. But I'd like to grow the others. So if you go subscribe, 30 away from 100 on Instagram, 30 away on YouTube. Blue Sky and Threads are kind of down there, but follow me on all of them. I kind of share them mainly on TikTok, X, and Instagram. But I'm trying to get into Blue Sky as well and trying to figure that app out. I like it. It's kind of like the old Twitter, but I'm still trying to figure it out. But you can find me on all those. Wednesday, every other Wednesday I'm off. I do a AEW live watch along. Every other Saturday I'm off because of my crazy law enforcement work schedule. I will be doing AEW Collision, which I was hoping to do tonight, but they've moved it to freaking Thursday. But I'll just watch the replay. But yeah, you can catch me on that. Plus, every night, every show we'll have All Elite Predictions Championship on the line. Just come in, predict, you win the title. And then you hold it to the next show.
Wait, whoa. You're doing predictions for a title?
So,
whoa,
yeah.
wait a minute. Hold on. Whoa, yeah, I've heard this story before. Wait a minute.
So,
Oh, wait a minute.
Predictions Championship.
Oh,
You
Big
predict the
Mike.
card.
Look,
And
anybody can have a championship. Only special shows have crowns. Just saying.
Oh, let's
you
go.
predict the show.
To be a champion, or do you want to be a king?
Champion.
Listen, boys.
I mean, let's see how long Cody carries around that crown.
Oh, geez, stop it. Oh, he's coming out with it on Friday. Stop it, man.
He didn't wear the ring. He won the ring last year. He didn't wear it, except for that.
He did the little
After he won
photo
it.
thing in the back. That was good, yeah. Yeah, listen, follow my man Aaron. Get him up to where he needs to go in his goals, man. Follow it on. Everything's entertaining. Everything's great. And last but certainly not least, the queen and princess of the lowdown. Every Wednesday night, I have the pleasure of co-hosting. Jesse B, where can everyone find you on the socials when you're not here talking wrestling with us?
So you can find me at Jess Skywalker 10 on X. You can find me on TikTok at JessieB1705. Woohoo! I got it.
Remembered it. She remembered it.
I remembered it. Every Wednesday night here with John Anthony going over everything AEW on the lowdown. And on Monday nights, also with John Anthony going over everything Raw.
Mike, talk about the SmackDown Shakedown.
I don't know. I'm never on it anymore, so I don't know.
Because I do it at 2 a.m. It's okay. It's not your fault. I literally opened it up after I saw this Punk came out dressed as Cena. I shout out to Big Mike. It was 2 a.m. I had to do a show, so I had to come on here. Oh man!
If you don't like me anymore, just say so.
Do you think I want to be up at 2 a.m., bro? Dude, I'm tired of shit. Oh my god, I was on so late. I had people from like Saudi messaging me. Shit, it was wild. I was okay. Let's go. Awesome. So thank you all of you for coming on. Obviously, all of you are very much traveled on my shows. I appreciate it. To see all of these folks and myself pretty much every day of the week at Shot Sports on YouTube, X, Instagram. Pretty much every day of the week. Monday Raw Rundown, Friday SmackDown Shakedown. On Wednesdays you can catch me on BodySlam.net with my weekend wrestling show. Talking TNA on Thursdays and jumping into any of these shows, any of these gents coming in with me whenever there's a PLE or a pay-per-view, either for AEW, WWE, TNA, that good stuff. We're always there to catch all of that from any of us. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel at Shot Sports on YouTube. And for the almost 200 people that are in the room, if there's one thing you can do, if you had a laugh, if you like what we talked about, anything, do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button, please. It lets YouTube know to put us in the algorithm. Good content, helps out myself, the run-in, the lowdown, and also Vinny over at Suds and Squared Circle and kicking out at 2, and also helps Aaron. Aaron loves wrestling as well. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much. I know it was a little long, but obviously good conversation with good friends as well. So for myself, Mike from Kicking Out, Mike from the Run-In, Jesse B from the Lowdown, and Aaron from Aaron Loves Wrestling, I'm John Anthony, guys. Enjoy your Saturday night. Enjoy UFC. We will see you all in a couple weeks for Raw, SmackDown, All In, Saturday Main Event, and Great American Bash.